Welcome back to trail, everybody. We are heading out of Fontana Dam, just past the Fontana Hilton, as they call the shelter. It's one of the nicer ones, but it's back down the hill the other way, and I don't really feel like going down there, so sorry. It's just, I mean, there's nothing special about it. It's just big. That's why they call it the Fontana Hilton. And we are heading into the Smokies today. Should be I think I said 5 days in one of my earlier videos, or maybe 5 to 6, but it's going to be 6 days into hot springs. We're going to spend like, I think 5 or 5.5 days in the Smokies. So the vast majority of that, 4.5 days, because the last day, anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to spend most of the time in the Smokies, and it's going to be great weather, or at least that's what forecast is. We'll see. The Smokies is a rainforest, so anything can happen, and I am prepared for rain. I know that we're probably going to get rain when we go over Max Patch, which is super disappointing because this will be the second time that it rained on me over Max Patch. So maybe a special trip to come back and do that later. Anyway, here is the lake at Fontana this beautiful morning. And back in the distance, those cloud-covered peaks are the Smoky Mountains. We got up to the top of the ridge. This is the bottom of Shuck Stack Fire Tower. I'm not going to go up because it's tall and made out of thin metal, and I don't like heights. But this is effectively, oh wow, is that snow? I think there's snow over there. And so there's snow over on those two peaks. You can see where we're standing. We're probably at least 1,000 feet lower. There are buds on the trees here, and spring is definitely coming because it's been getting warmer and warmer as we've been going. So the elevation is going to kill the heat, but we will get it back once we get to the other side. We're effectively on top of the ridge now, so we're just going to kind of like bounce from peak to peak and not have big 2,000 foot climbs anymore. Then you got this like cool little old fireplace here. So I'm gonna head down, report the snow to the other hikers down at the bottom. Oh, and there is a fire in Gatlinburg right now, so there's no talk of them closing the AT, but with all the winds and everything, it's been, I think, only 5% contained. So we're probably gonna have to, we might have to contend with that for the next couple of days. We'll see. But Klingman's Dome in 2 days. Highest point on the AT. See you guys up there. right, we are at the corner of the AT and what's it called? Gregory Ridge Trail. And this is Tennessee-North Carolina border. So we are in Tennessee, our third state. Not done with North Carolina or Tennessee for probably another 3 weeks. So still plenty of fun to go. Yeah, about 3 weeks. So state number 3 has begun. So Josh and Connor are here. I gotta ask them if they got trail names yet. But they said there's some real Lord of the Rings looking area down here where the water is, so I figured let's make some content. So, oh, look at all that. See, this is the stuff. I don't know how well it's showing up on the GoPro, but like there's these flowers and there's so many of them that just makes it look like it's got a little dusting of snow. Oh, this is very Lord of the Rings. Look at this. It's a gentle brook. Day 2 in the Smokies. We're almost to the high point for the day. Going 16.5. It's a double spring gap, double spring shelter for a really easy 3 miles up to Clingman's Dome tomorrow morning, which is the 200-mile marker and the highest point on the trail. And I get to start saying my favorite joke all over again. It's all downhill after Clingman's Dome. It makes people so mad. I love it. All right, chilly up here though, which is nice because you can push a little bit harder and the temperature helps regulate the body heat and keeps everything nice and toasty. On day 3 of the Smokies, we are on a night hike up to Clingman's Dome, the 200-mile mark and highest point on the AT, and gonna hopefully catch a nice sunrise up there. This is not one of my favorite things to do, night hiking, because not really because of animals, although they are more active, but it's easier to lose a trail and easier to trip on something. I don't even know if you can see anything. Guess we could afford a little bit more light. So everybody else is pretty much up there already. It's a 2.8 mile hike. We're about 2.5 miles away, and I don't know, I think they jumped the gun a little bit. They're gonna be sitting up there in the dark and the cold and the wind, so hopefully we get there in time. We should, because I left at like 5:30, And I don't think sunrise is till like 7. So 3 miles, 1,000 feet up in an hour and a half or less. Sounds about right. And I think we're gonna see Josh and Connor and 2 other guys. Trail names are Captain Frost, Popeye, Black Claw, or Black Paw, and Yogi. Real cool group, and probably gonna see them at the next shelter. I think they're gonna have supplies dropped off to them at Newfound Gap, if I'm not mistaken. All right, we're on the path to Klingman's. This goes down to the parking lot, but it's closed right now, so we'll be the only ones here, except for the other hikers. Unfortunately, we're in a cloud. It was definitely snowing a minute ago. Love all the colors. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Almost at Ice Water Shelter, and I wanted to show you guys a shelter, a typical Smoky shelter yesterday, but the battery ran out on my GoPro and that didn't work out. So we're gonna go to Ice Water right now. It's the next like quarter mile or less, and this is what all but Davenport Gap shelters look like, more or less, or at least, you know, they're in this style. And then Davenport Gap shelter we're going to stay at tomorrow night, and you'll see how that is different. It's one of the older styles, the lunchbox configuration, if you will. So get ready for that. It's going to be exciting. Maybe even more exciting than night hiking. Who knows? I'm ready for anything though. Just got some trail magic up at Newfound Gap. Cheeseburger, chips, and Gatorades. Perfection. Really hit the spots. Some extra calories. And rock and roll down the trail. I'm gonna stop here for lunch. Chill for a little bit. Trail runners. Morning. Morning. Y'all have a great run. Nice view over here. Did you guys get some of that trail magic at Newfound Gap?
Yeah.
That stuff was awesome.
I'm so full from it.
I know. I'm like, I was gonna have lunch here. I'm like, I just probably gonna have some snacks
Yeah,
and then
same.
keep moving.